Oh my gosh. Game 7, the two best words in sports. We got it, although it didn't end up being the way we thought it was going to be. What is going on? Welcome back to a brand new video, David Uncut. And the game, it might be over, but we started filming early, right? Because this game was over in the third. That's really what ended up happening. You start off, this game really could have gone either way, right? The spread opened up at -8.5, and so that's pretty favorable for OKC at home. But you know what? They've always said you don't bet against Jokic, right? The Superman, freak, Serbian, you don't bet against him. And Jamal Murray, the playoff riser, these cats just get it done every single time. OKC had other plans, and that's ultimately what happened. I was checking the score. At first, in the first quarter, Nuggets are up 21-10, and I said, oh my God, what is going on in OKC? I thought, are the Thunder really going to let this go? Are they really going to shrink in the biggest moment of their career, really? Being able to go to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in a very, very long time. I mean, I understand. It's hard to beat championship experience when all you have is youth and bodies. But let me tell you something. I think in this day and age, I think we need to get more credit to the teams that just play the right way, have more bodies available, and really ultimately are ready for the moment in this young core. Because championship experience, pedigree, whatever you want to call it, was simply not enough for the Denver Nuggets. And Jokic, arguably the best player in the world. So the Nuggets, they come out, they punch him in the face, and it ends up being 26-23 in the first quarter. And I said, okay, all right, it's going to be a battle. And then you flip it to the second, 39-20, OKC on top. And that is really where the game was won. The Nuggets never had a lead at any point throughout the rest of the game. And the Nuggets ended up losing. What ended up happening? Defense, defense, defense. Alex Caruso was a menace. He was an octopus, had all these guys in a chokehold. I mean, it was absurd. He was active on every single play. It was awesome to see. It's a defensive masterclass from this team. And you know what ends up happening? You know what category OKC is rated #1 in? Fast break points. And that is ultimately where this game was won. Defense and fast break points. So many times going back, Jamal Murray looked lost. Jokic, gassed, hands on his knees, just putting up no effort because OKC was just simply too fast. And this also brings up to another point. I think teams have figured out how to beat the Denver Nuggets. It's not like in 2023 when no one really knew how to game plan for them. They couldn't figure it out. They sweep the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. Jokic is hitting step-back threes on one leg. I'm trembling watching these as there's no way that it can go in. Nothing but net. And then you fast forward a couple years, Minnesota, Twin Towers. You got bodies all around Jokic. What do they end up doing? They beat the Nuggets in 7. Same thing with the Thunder. Chet, Hardenstein. All their guys are tall, right? And above all, they're young, they're athletic. So what they're able to do is throw multiple bodies at Jokic, and then guess what? He can't rise higher to 40 points, whatever. He can't rise more above because then he has to rely on the rest of his team, and guess what ends up happening when you don't have depth? Situations like this, and that's exactly what happened. 20 turnovers, 16 points just alone on those turnovers. You're not going to win a basketball game, let alone a game 7. And I mean, really, that's the story of the second half. I mean, Jamal Murray looked lost, and I understand he's going through a sickness, but it was not a Jordan flu game type of level or a Jamal Murray game 6 flu game type of level. And ultimately, they ended up losing. And Jokic goes down in the second round, again, back-to-back years in back-to-back game 7s. And you would think the Denver Nuggets had the game 7 experience, right? They've played so many game 7s and game 7s where they've won and moved on. But like I said, teams are understanding how to game plan against Jokic, how to game plan against Jamal Murray, hounding them on defense and relying on that. And that is simply what is going to get it done against this Nuggets team. shout outs to them. They played great basketball. They forced OKC to 7 games, which is a feat that honestly, I mean, I thought it was going to go in 6, but they rised above in game 6 and they ended up forcing a game 7. So, you know, they got a lot to think about. Are they going to keep Coach Edelman full time? Are they going to, what moves are they going to make in the offseason? Again, the Denver Nuggets have no depth right now. No depth. Jokic, you know, he needs more players that can shoot up straight threes. He needs more players that are able to play make off of him. And so we'll have to see what happens. Russell Westbrook, unfortunately, does not get another real fighting chance to get a ring. And who knows, he might go retire ringless as well. So shout outs to OKC, SGA, 32 points, Peace McNugget combo. Everyone on that team played great. They smelled blood in the water. They were ready for the moment. And they move on to the Western Conference Finals. 4 wins away from the finals. This is big for this franchise. They rebuilt the right way. SGA is a superstar. But man, shout out all to the Denver Nuggets because they played really well as well. And Jokic is the MVP, but now there's a new MVP, right? So crazy, crazy stuff. It's going to be Minnesota, OKC. We're also going to be doing Pacers, Knicks predictions as well. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you get notified when I post those videos. But NBA basketball is still going on. It's still heating up. And I'm just happy. Shout out to everyone that's watching the channel too. Really appreciate the love. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.